1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. Another split, and the Phillies relievers have struck out the side. 17 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching as they take game 2 by a final of 4-2. Two games into this 4-game series, and things are going quite well for the Phils tonight. A great giveaway thanks to the folks at Teva. It's Teva Respiratory Asthma Awareness Night here at the Yard as the Phils and the Giants get together for Game 3 of this 4-game set. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis. There's so many things we can talk about going into tonight's ballgame. Talk about the Phillies' offense. They have 7 home runs the first 2 games. Or the 2 starting pitchers, Zach Eflin and Aaron Nola, 1 earned run in 13 1/3 innings so far. But let's talk about the bullpen, because the first 2 nights, the bullpen has been very good.
Well, the second half of last season was very good for the bullpen, and we knew going into this season it was really going to be a positive for the Phillies. And boy, they have not let us down. They have been so good. Anthony Dominguez came in, made his major league debut in the first night here in Philadelphia. Plus stuff, Tom, 97 to 100, a wipeout slider. I think this ceiling on this kid, it could not be any higher.
Well, there is a chance as his 2018 goes on that he will get some more pressure-packed games because of that pitch right there to Evan Longoria and the fastball that Ben talked about. Beyond that, though, how about last night? Adebray Ramos, he was so effective last night. He kind of set the tone for everybody else.
He was really good. Had a couple strikeouts. He did give up a home run, but to Pablo Sandoval, but he was outstanding. Then Tommy Hunter comes in and shuts the door, and then another strikeout here to Brandon Belt, and then Hector Neris, the splitter, was tumbling last night. T-Mac able to come in and get a couple punch outs to Longoria and Crawford, and that's the splitter that we like to see.
Yeah, on Sunday in Washington, he barely threw the splitter, threw more fastballs. Last night, it was more splitters than fastballs. So the starters ERA, 7th in the National League. The bullpen, though, 4th in the National League with a 3.15 earned run average. Not only that, they're getting strikeouts, and they're not being overburdened because, for the most part, the starters have gone deep into games. So tonight, it is Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Phils and the San Francisco Giants. It'll be Nick Pivetta on the mound making his 8th start. Chris Stratton on the hill for the Giants. He's been excellent on the road in particular with a sub-3 earned run average. Odubel Herrera is becoming a story here in Philadelphia and even beyond. Yeah, he is red hot going into tonight's ball game. His on-base streak is up to 37. We'll see if it can climb farther tonight.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. By Toyota, the summer starts here at Toyota. Let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com.
camera. He took it from Matt. So Matt's just Matt right now. The Fanatic is our camera operator. So it's going to be a little dizzying, to be quite honest with you, until Pivetta comes out. Or we're going to get some nice pictures of the grass. Uh-oh. Don't bump into Nick,
You
Fanatic.
Imagine. You imagine.
If he tripped him up as he was going out.
God.
That's not funny. Well, Pivetta does take the mound. Let's take a look at the Giants lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Alan Hansen will lead things off. Gregor Blanco is not playing tonight, but McCutchen, Posey, Belt, Longoria, that's all the same. But Sandoval gets the start over at first base for the San Francisco Giants. They will face the 25-year-old from Victoria, British Columbia. Nick Pivetta, 1-2 on the year, an ERA of 4.76. ERA is high because his last couple of outings, he's allowed 10 earned runs and 11 hits in 6 innings of work.
It's never been an issue of stuff for Nick Pivetta. He has the stuff. We'll sit about 95. When his curveball's on, that's when he's at his best. 324 opposition average on that fastball. Like to see that come down, but lefties as well. Lefties hitting 339 against Nick. Righties hitting just 209.
He was a bit frustrated after his last outing, as anybody would be. Went an inning plus. That was it against the Washington Nationals. A sort of an anticipated outing for him because it was against his former club. Those are the caps that were given out tonight to all fans who came to the ballpark, thanks to the good folks at Teva. Pivetta provides us with our Geico quote of the day. I just look at this as a bad day at work. It wasn't my best. The worst thing I could do is beat myself up more about it. I'm going to be fine. I've been through it before. It's part of it. I'll work hard and get back at it. Well, tonight is a chance to get back at it. And Alan Hansen, who is 1 for 7 in the series, will lead things off for the Giants. Hitting .286 overall. And the first pitch of the evening is upstairs, so we're underway. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
I like that he's a young kid, right? He's a young kid, had a really bad outing. It doesn't let it affect him. And it was a bad day at work. It really was. Usually you see young kids come off, and he was like that. I liked his post-game interview. For the simple fact that he wasn't beating himself up. He goes, listen, he looked himself in the mirror and said, I just wasn't good tonight.
Below, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, the thing about it is that night his fastball had really good life on it. He wasn't commanding the strike zone. He did get hurt by the umpires, the home plate umpire, to a certain extent. 3 balls and 1 strike. But that was not the be-all and end-all.
No, and that first inning could have, I remember doing the post-game show saying, that first inning could have been a lot different, especially that double play to throw out Turner at second.
Ground ball, first base, picked up by Santana. 3 unassisted, 1 out.
But I was helping coach my son's baseball game the other day, and every ball that was hit to the right side, I yelled at the pitcher, get over!
And he's like, get over what? He's thinking, get over myself?
Old habits die slowly.
Ben, you got to be a teacher at that level. You got to teach them how to get over.
We went over it.
After you yelled it 8 times?
Kids are 12.
Here's McCutchen. McCutchen has hit in 8 consecutive games, overall .248. 2 hits and 7 at-bats in the series. So last outing for Pivetta, he went 1+. We mentioned 5 hits and 6 earned runs, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. As McCutchen is among the leaders in reaching base safely. Far ahead in the #1 spot is Odubel Herrera. 2 balls and 1 strike. But the last outing, Pivetta walked 3. The first 5 games that he had this season, he had 4 walks. The last 2, though, he has walked 6, which is part of the issue that he's trying to overcome the wildness.
He's 3-1 on the first 2 hitters of the ball game tonight, which you don't like to see.
Buster Posey waits. Out to right field. That'll be in for a base hit. So McCutcheon's hitting streak is up to 9.
That's pretty. Did his back foot give way there?
It looked like it did.
He slipped, huh? Still really nice job of hitting. Yeah. Awkward, but he went down and got it, and that ball jumped off his bat.
So his on-base streak is continued to climb, just like O'Dubel's, which is at 37. Here's Buster Posey. And a throw over to first base. McCutcheon has stolen 3 bags. Posey overall 306 with 2 home runs and 14 runs batted in. He was trying to be the voice of reason after last night's game. That's McCutcheon's swing where his foot gives out.
Just looked like he did it deliberately.
Could have. I don't know why, but he could have.
I've never seen that.
Curveball. I think everybody gave up on it. Folks went through a lot of popcorn in last night's ball game.
Your son included.
Yeah. Well, that was almost a balk. Because before he turned, he dropped his hands down. Maybe it wasn't as emphatic as I thought. From up here, it looked like he really dropped his hands down. Fastball in there, 1-2. Almost as if the turn of his body, he was using the drop of his glove to force himself over. Posey hitting .388 in his last 41 games against the Phils. Incredible numbers. Outside with a slider, and it's 2-2. Brandon Belt waits on deck.
Nick has been very quick to home plate with McCutcheon on first. I still think he's going to be running on in this at bat at some point.
Opposite way and a base hit. McCutcheon started back because he was trying to avoid getting hit and making sure Santana wasn't going to catch it. So he'll stop at second base. First and second with 1 out, and that'll bring Brandon Belt to the plate. Pat Hoberg is behind home plate. Mark Carlson is at first. Brian Knight is at second. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, over at third. Carlos almost walked back to his first base position, frustrated that he didn't grab that. It was just right place, right time as far as the placement of the ball goes.
The ball was scorched, too.
And now Brandon Belt, who had 2 hits in last night's game. A very relaxed Aaron Nola was talking about his outing last night, and he said that the one strikeout or the one out that he really liked last night was getting Brandon Belt on the two-seamer that came back. And with a smirk on his face, he said, because I never get him out.
Pitchers never forget.
No balls and one strike to Belt. Popped him up foul, and it's 0-2. Well, that took a kangaroo up to the sweet level. Taking a look at the Phillies defense with Florimone hovering right around the second base bag.
Not able to do the full shift that they typically use for Belt. Usually Cesar's playing rover out in shallow right.
Good numbers with runners in scoring position for Belt. Overall, the Giants are hitting .250 as a club, which is second best in the National League. Check swing, and it's 2-2. I should say 1-2. Bruce Bochy was in a good mood today when we saw him in the clubhouse. Partly because he saw the most handsome man in the world, Ben Davis, as he calls him.
Stop.
I didn't say it. He said it, right? Carl, didn't he say it? Because Ben's not going to answer me. Thank you, Carl. Carl only answers in bells and buzzers. Another foul ball. Remains 2-2. Well, this has turned into a lengthy top of the first inning for Nick. Another foul ball. Uh-oh, here we go again. Seven pitches this at bat, 4 foul balls.
So many marks are on that bat. He's using the whole thing, isn't he?
Curveball, bounced foul over toward the camera well. That was nice of the. Uh-oh. We need time, everybody. We need time. The gentleman gave it to that youngster who's laughing with the hat on, and he threw it into the field. There it is. Oh, what a great gesture. Here we go.
Giants fan.
Let it fly.
Everyone else does it.
We have seen that from time to time. Curveball outside, 3-2.
Nick seemed to just push that one.
Evan Longoria is on deck. Got him.
Right.
A high fastball, 95 up in the zone. 2 outs. Some resilience to get through that 10-pitch at bat.
That's called winning the battle. Some high gas right on by Belt. I think it would have been called a strike anyway.
Runners on first and second with 2 men down. And Evan Longoria is going to be the hitter. And he takes the first pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. Two. See the runners leading off. McCutchen at second, Posey at first. Off the hands, popped foul. Head out of play.
Nine pitches.
It'd be great to get out of it, though. Even if it's 30 pitches, then you can sort of rebuild in the next inning, right?
Go ahead and take a breather.
Way outside.
A few more sliders tonight than curveballs.
He's having trouble commanding both,
yeah.
Right? Swing and a miss. He fights back and gets the last 2 hitters on strikeouts. It's a long inning for Pivetta, but he leaves 2. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Giants nothing. Phillies coming up. Boy, Ben.
It does.
Giants went down in the first. A lot of pitches for Pivetta. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net. Cesar and then Aaron Altair will spell Rhys Hoskins tonight in the number 2 spot. Odubel. Carlos Santana moves from 5 to 4. He's hit the ball well. Maikel Franco's hit it 6 straight. His month of May has been solid, hitting .310. They will face right at a Chris Stratton, 27-year-old out of Tupelo, Mississippi. And he's been good on the road. 2-1 with an ERA of 2.49 in road games. And overall, not bad.
Yeah, not overpowering stuff. He was a Giants first-round pick in 2012. 4 pitches. He'll sit right about 91 with that fastball. In, out, up, down.
Just like that, huh? In, out, up, down?
That's it.
Here's Cesar. Cesar 2 for 7 in the series, and he takes the first pitch a bit low, 1-0.
Look for the white rollings with red seams on it and whack it.
Well, Rob Ellis said that he's only going to be here for 5 innings tonight, so let's hope the Phillies can keep the patience together. I like that idea. 2-0. Oh, that was a strike. 1-1.
Well, if Rob Ellis said it, you always got to trust the man that went to Bonner.
Outside.
And yes, T-Mac, Rob Ellis is one of Delco's finest. Believe it.
I understand that. He's saying it as if I don't know.
Just reiterating.
2-2. In the dirt, 3-2. Ground ball foul past Dusty Wathan in the third base coach's box.
Would have rolled right to us. If and when we sit in those seats.
That's right. It's not when, or not. It's not if. It is when. And a strike 3 call. Cesar down looking, and one away. Time for our D-side upgrade. Runs per game at home. The Phillies averaging 5.39 runs per game, which is 3rd in the National League, and overall it's number 5 in Major League Baseball. Phillies are also hitting .252 here at home, which is 5th in the NL, but they have the most home runs in the National League. They're also tops in slugging percentage, but not the leaders in extra base hits. 0-1. They're down to about 5 or 6 in extra base hits. Aaron Altair has been one of those guys that's homered in this series. 7 home runs overall. 0-2.
Big hook.
To pitch. Bouncing ball out toward the right side. Bobbled by Hansen, and he's there just in time to get Aaron Altair. 2 outs.
That would have been a train wreck at first.
Oh, it sure would have. 2 outs, and that brings Odubel Herrera to the plate. Odubel, who has reached base safely now in 37 consecutive games. That's not the only streak he's working on, though, Murph.
No, he's working on all kinds of different streaks. He is streaking with the best of them right now is Odubel Herrera, as you mentioned, at 37. It is 10th best in Phillies history. So we wondered, well, how did he get to this point? How was he able to extend his streak for 37 straight? And, well, we'll take a look and break down the numbers. How about 21 times he got a base hit, a single in that, 4 times a double, 3 a home run. Walked 6 times, and 3 times he did it, well, the hard way. He got hit by a pitch. But oftentimes he's been doing it early in games. If you break it down by innings, in the first inning, 9 times he's been able to extend the streak in the 37 games, 9 times in the first inning. He waited until the 9th inning, just 1 time. 1 time he got it in his final at bat, the 8th inning, 4 different times. So he's been able to get it done early in the game and kind of worry about other things. And I would also point out that in many of these games, they've been multiple on base games for him, whether they be multiple hits or walks and hits combined. So there you see the breakdown by inning. Getting it done early and often is Odubel Herrera as he continues this streak.
Yeah, 14 multi-hit games during this stretch, at least to start this season. As we mentioned on Sunday, as he reaches base safely for the 38th consecutive time. We mentioned on Sunday there have been the 2 hit batters, and we also mentioned that the last time he did not reach base safely was against the Nationals and Gio Gonzalez last year. Mike Schmidt is the all-time leader at 56 consecutive. Chuck Klein did it in the 1930 season, and then did it also in 1931, 44 consecutive. In the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Santana, 5 home runs and 18 runs batted in. He is 6 for 21 during this hitting streak of his. Breaking ball. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Our sounded like Ed Rooney, the principal in Ferris Bueller. 9 times.
Fouled away, and it's 1-2. I can see him dancing behind his desk.
Yeah.
Rooney. One ball, 2 strikes to Santana. Big shift on, third base wide open. Well, it's not Nick Pavetta's first inning numbers, but they are forcing Stratton to work a little bit. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the throw gets away. Odubel will at least get to second base. Sandoval got in his way. He won, and now the Phillies have a runner in scoring position.
Take advantage of it, make it hurt. Looked like Stratton's footwork got messed up there. He just throws a scud into the bag. I don't know if Sandoval thought that was going to bounce higher, if it was going to hit the dirt, but it hit the grass and stayed down.
Pulled down the right field line, a base hit. The Phils will take the lead. That's going to the corner. Odubel will score. Santana gets to second on RBI double. 1-0 Phillies.
Very rarely will you see a 2-out walk score, Tom. Said no one ever. Boys and girls, do not walk anybody with 2 outs or leading off an inning, because this always happens. Good piece of hitting, staying back, gets that curveball up and shoots it down the line. I'm fairly sure Odubel would have scored on that anyway, but the throwing error definitely helped from Stratton. Odubel just walks across home plate. 1-0 good guys.
Santana now with 10 hits. His last 10 hits are all extra base hits. And now Maikel Franco with another runner in scoring position, and Franco takes on the inside corner. And 2.
He throws that fastball a lot, over 60% of the time. Sorry, almost 65% of the time. And it's not overpowering.
See the comparison between Stratton and Pavetta. The 0-2 pitch coming to Maikel. In the dirt, gets away from Posey. Santana will go to third. A wild pitch.
Posey gets to it. He just doesn't get over top of the baseball. It's one thing to square it up, but if you don't get over top, see how his upper body, he just doesn't get over top. Hits off the heel of a mitt, shoots it right.
Outside again, 2-2.
Pulled toward the hole. Another base hit. Another run scores. RBI single for Michael Franco. And it's 2-0 Phillies as Santana crosses the plate.
Smart hitting here by Michael. I'm thinking he's all over the fastball because he hangs a breaking ball to Santana. He shoots it down the line for a double. He gets in the hole 0-2, and then he spikes a couple curveballs in the dirt, thinking, well, there's no way he's going to throw 3 curveballs in a row. Get the bat head out on this fastball, hit it in the hole. Well done.
So the Phillies have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Nick Williams, who has 4 hits and 10 at-bats in the month of May, takes an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Ground ball left side, picked up by Longoria. And that wraps up the inning for the Phillies. However, they score 2 2-out runs. Carlos Santana and Michael Franco each with RBIs. Will go to the second. 2-0 Phillies. Three-game series. First 2 games 7:05. Sunday at 1:35 is Mother's Appreciation Day, brought to you by Hers, the free ladies pullover to women 15 and older. There's a glimpse of the pullover. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Mets lost a tough one today in extra innings to the Cincinnati Reds, and they've lost 6 of their last 7 series. They are a struggling ball club right now.
Some fireworks in that game.
Yeah, including the Mets batting out of order in the first, which you might wonder, how does that happen? Well, it happened last year too. The Brewers did it. It happened in 2013. The Giants did it. It seems to have happened at least once a year on average over the last several seasons. Mickey Callaway took the full responsibility for it.
So there were 2 different lineup cards is what I hear.
Right. So he wrote out one,
right,
and the one that was typed into the computer and printed out and put neatly up on the board in the dugout was typed in incorrectly. Three 3-0 to Sandoval. 3-1. Back in 2013, when the Giants did it, it was Buster Posey who batted out of order against the Dodgers. At the knees, 3-2.
Out toward right field. And Altair is there, a few steps from the track. One out, and Brandon Crawford is coming up.
A lot of 3-ball counts early on in this ball game. He was able to battle back 3-0. You'd like to see Nick get out in front. Put the hitters on the defensive.
Yeah, so far 4 3-ball counts and 3 full counts.
Maybe you'd like to see Andrew just get on the plate a bit more early on in counts. Let's just let his stuff run. I mean, he's got good movement on that fastball. Throw it down the middle, let it run. See where he's already set up off the plate. If I had good sinker ball guys, I'd just literally sit down the middle and let that guy, let the movement take care of everything. Because if you were to start that pitch at Andrew Knapp where he was originally set up, if you started at him, the movement's going to take it off the plate.
Got him. Oh, excuse me, 2 strikes, 1 and 2. 40 pitches now for Pivetta. In the first inning, been 31 pitches, 6 foul balls. The second straight start with 30 or more pitches in the first inning. And a strike 3 call right on the inside part of the plate. 3 strikeouts.
That's what was nice about getting some runs there and having a longer bottom half of the first to give Nick a bit of a breather.
Sure.
Look at P.J. Willihan's pitch cast. Yep, good pitch.
Here's Gorgis Hernandez, a curveball, and it's 0-1.
Put you on the spot, T-Mac. How many players in the league have a plural first name?
Like Gorgis? Do you know the answer?
I don't.
Oh.
There can't be many, right?
Well, I could say 17, and you won't know if that's right or wrong until you go check it. How do you know? How do they know if it's wrong? Oh, 2 pitch. It's outside, 1-2.
Ball just explodes out of his hand. Just explodes.
In that sense, are you saying that Carlos is a plural first name because there's an S at the end?
No. Oh, Carlos, singular. But you would think it'd be Gorky, but it's Gorgis.
Right, I would say Gorky's his nickname. Fastball that runs up 2-2.
Gorky's Gustavo Hernandez Lugo.
Throws his bat at it, and he doesn't catch up to the baseball, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pivetta. 4 strikeouts for Nick. A little easier second compared to the first. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Toyota Reese Hoskins starting lineup figurine. It's free to kids 14 and under. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets today. Well, it's not Dollar Dog Night, but there's plenty to be had here at Citizens Bank Park. As we move to the bottom of the second inning, Chris Stratton will face Pedro Florimon, Nick Pivetta, and Andrew Knapp. Pedro is 1 for 1 of this series. His one hit was a double. He's also scored a run. A pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
So I've done some research, Tom. Like I should have done a little bit more, obviously, before the game. Gorky's, however, is not his real name. Mr. Lugo's grandfather. So the Spanish naming custom, the first paternal family name is Hernandez, and the second or maternal family name is Lugo.
Right.
But his grandfather gave him the nickname Gorky's when he was 8, and it's stuck ever since.
So Gustavo is his real name.
Correct.
Ben, that's excellent last-minute research on your part. 2-2.
Add a few more right here.
Opposite way, Brandon Belt. We'll put it away. And here comes Nick Pivetta. Stratton has allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in all but 1 start this year. The Dodgers start earlier this season. He went an inning and a third. He allowed 6 hits and 6 earned runs. Other than that, he's been pretty darn good. 92-mile-an-hour fastball that was just off the outside plate. Swing and a miss and a curveball. Yeah, that is the second strikeout for Stratton. And it'll bring Andrew Knapp to the plate. Your 76ers are fighting 1 game at a time. Continue the journey with NBC Sports Philadelphia. Get insider access, player updates, interviews, and more on air, online, and on social media. NBC Sports Philadelphia, your Sixers playoff destination. Sixers will begin in about 10 minutes or so up in Boston. No balls and 1 strike to Knapp. Knapp hitting 176 of the year. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stratton's 27 years old. He came up last year. And after allowing 5 earned runs in his first 2 starts, he really put together a nice run for the Giants. It became a great shot in the arm for them. There were times where his inning total wasn't high, but he was 4-2 in his last 10 games. With an ERA of 2.59, and he gets Knapp swinging, so he also has a 1-2-3 second inning. We'll move on to the third. Phillies 2 and the Giants nothing. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Ben, the question is, who are the only two major league pitchers to throw 200 or more innings in each of the last 5 seasons? Who are the only two major league pitchers to throw 200 or more innings in each of the last 5 seasons?
Wow.
Answer will be revealed a little later on. Stratton takes on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Hitting 133. Good curveball. Quick inning here, and the numbers can get close to back to normal for Pivetta. And a strike 3 called.
That helps.
3 straight strikeouts for Pivetta, 5 overall. In fact, he has struck out 5 of the last 6 hitters he's faced. And Alan Hansen up for the second time. He grounded out to Santana his first time up. Throws the bat at the ball. I guess that's offering at it. Yes, that's offering at it. Even though he missed the spot, it's called a strike, and it's 0-2. Here it is from the Giants dugout.
Lower than low. There you go.
Ball whacked foul. Alan Nelson is in his 3rd year in the big leagues. Sporadic time in the big leagues. Pirates, White Sox. Hit 231 last year with the White Sox with 4 home runs. Playing second base for Bruce Bochy's team because Joe Panik is out with a sore thumb.
They just have not been able to stay healthy over the last couple seasons, the Giants.
Swing and a miss.
And it's different guys. It's just not like, you know, one guy every year goes on the DL for a while. It's a lot of different guys.
Well, there are some consistency. I mean, Hunter Pence is on the DL, you know, quite often. Obviously Panik this year, Bumgarner this year.
Samardzija, that's a nasty hook. Seems to get more finish. His extension on that curveball, he's more out in front with it. Instead of just trying to like cast it up in the air. He's more out in front, better follow through. Slider there.
1 ball and no strikes. By the way, we have 2 submissions to the plural first names. Rogers Hornsby is one.
Yes.
Danny Baez is another one. We got that one from Twitter from RF Carp. Of the Twitter Carps. Now, good curve again, 2-1. Well, the fact that he's able to get that curveball over now, I mean, it's going to make the fastball a bit better.
Fly ball, shallow right field. And Aaron Altair glides under it. And another 1-2-3 inning for Pivetta. He's retired 8 consecutive hitters. Espinal is hopping right now. Get in line now. Your Lottery's new scratch off, My First Million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly and buy your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. Crab fries are flowing tonight. Cesar leads it off. 1 ball, no strikes. Cesar struck out looking his first time up. Up and in, 3-0. Three balls and 1 strike to Cesar. Pulls it to the right side. Hansen, he is very casual at second base. 1 out, and here's Altair. Altair grounded out to second his first time up. Phillies in the 2 games against the Giants, they have 7 home runs, as we mentioned. They now have 3 doubles, on OPS over 1,000 in the 2 games. They have scored 15 runs in the 3 games. And they've also been good with runners in scoring position, close to 300 in this series. Counting tonight. Two balls and 1 strike to Altair. Two and 2. How about this other note? The Phillies are 13-2 against teams outside the National League East. Is the division that tough?
Now, there have been some tight games. That's part of it, too. They've just gone the other way.
And there's been some games in hand that could have gone the Phillies' way.
And Altair did not hold up, according to Mark Carlson. 4 strikeouts for Stratton.
I don't know if Aaron's seen the ball off Stratton tonight, because his first at bat, he had a check swing to second base. He had a check swing early in this at bat, and then now another one. He's just not picking it up. I don't know if he's not picking up release point, or he's picking it up halfway there.
Odubel takes strike 1. Odubel walked his first time up. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I mentioned that Chris Stratton went to Mississippi State University. And he was a pretty good pitcher there, but he had a high earned run average in his first 2 years, a 5.25 ERA. That's high, even for Mississippi State and the offense that they have. So he was invited to the Cape the summer before his junior year. And when he got there, the pitching coach on his Cape Cod team, a guy by the name of Jason Blanton, told Stratton that he was going to teach him the 2-seam fastball. And he said, well, I don't throw that, coach. He said, you do now. And it basically changed who he was. He gets a strikeout to wrap up the 3rd. Back to work for Nick Pivetta when we come back for the 4th inning. No matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families. It's been a big push for T-Mobile over the last several years. Not only hiring some veterans, but also families of veterans serving abroad. Buster Posey leads it off. Topper to the 3rd base side.
It's huge for Nick to be able to get back in counts with that off-speed pitch. It's huge.
One ball and 2 strikes.
He's just trying to stay alive as he gets his bat on that breaking pitch. Fly ball left field. And Nick Williams will get to it. Makes the catch. 1 out. Brandon Belt's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. He's with a special guest. Murph?
I am indeed. Say hello to Tucker Roberts, who is the team president of the Philadelphia Fusion, and that is in the Overwatch League. We're talking esports, and it's a brand new thing. You can't go anywhere without hearing something about this this new phenomenon, which is esports, and the Philadelphia Fusion are competing right now. Tell us a little bit about, educate us, because not a lot of people know what this is all about.
Absolutely. Well, for esports is, like you said, the hot buzzword of 2018, so we're very happy to be in this space right now. But Overwatch League is the pinnacle of esports. It's 12 teams from around the world competing in the game Overwatch, which is played by 40 million plus players. There's a lot of money on the line, $3 million plus prize pool. There's 12 teams, each have up to 12 players on them, and they each represent a city. So we're the Philadelphia team. All of the teams are based out of LA right now, but they represent Philadelphia, LA, New York, Boston, London, Shanghai, Seoul, all over the place. So
it's really kind of wild. So you're the Philadelphia Fusion. However, for a lot of these guys, this is the first time they've come to Philadelphia. You flew in today to be a part of this day and to learn a little bit about the city that you're competing for.
yeah, that's the exciting thing for us for sure, is taking in the Phillies, and first time in Philadelphia for these guys. Most of our guys are from Europe or Korea or Canada, so they've never been to Philadelphia before, never had a cheesesteak, so this is really exciting. And yeah, I mean, we picked a hell of a day to do it. It's beautiful, and we've really, I think, we're just like, yeah, this is what it's like all the time in Philadelphia. So,
you know what I think is cool about the Overwatch League is that it's set up just like any other professional sports league. As you mentioned, you're representing all these different cities from all over the world, and you're competing. You're heading towards the postseason. The playoffs are coming. It is a competitive setup, and much like the professional sports.
yeah, I think we've got ownership groups also that represent that. We've got Bob Kraft and the Kraft Group, the Cronkies, Will Pons. That traditional sports management background really helps with esports, especially around player psychology, growth and development, growing your social media and marketing channels, and then, of course, bringing on sponsors and revenue.
And some exciting news that just got announced is that the championship, which is going to be held at the end of July, and Philadelphia Fusion still very much alive, playing for that championship. It's going to be held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And I mean, that's a big venue for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's going to be incredible, and I really do hope we're there in the finals. We're in the hunt for the playoffs right now, and we're really excited to close out strong and be, in the first playoffs in the Overwatch League history. To do it with a team like ours, which is, kind of put together at the last moments. The work our guys have put in is incredible, and they've really surprised a lot of the analysts, but we kind of always believed in them, so it's great to see it all happen, and yeah, hopefully we'll be there in New York.
And, you got the athletes, are surrounding you right now. As we mentioned, they're really just getting their first look at Philadelphia, but how long will you guys be here, and what do you have on tap?
It's a short trip. We've got some today, the Phillies game, and then tomorrow we're going to be meeting up with fans and doing a tour of the city, which is really exciting. And then, but pretty soon after that, we got to head back home and go back to LA and start grinding and getting ready for the next stage.
Well, Tucker, we wish you the best of luck. Congratulations. And I can't imagine where this is going to be in a couple of years, and I would imagine that's the exciting part about all of this.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can imagine how big it'll get. But yeah, thanks so much.
Tucker, thank you. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that. The Giants were just taking a peek at that Longoria ball off the wall. They thought maybe it had gone out of the ballpark. Take a peek at it.
It was smoked.
Oh, wow. It did hit the top. I didn't think it was that high.
It hit off the green right above the Giant sign.
Sandoval takes low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now, is that coincidental or ironic that a Giant hit it off the Giant sign?
I think I'm going to say coincidental. I guess you could use ironic if you want to.
Why do you keep asking all these questions that you don't know the answer to?
I don't know the answer to that one, but I'm saying that was. I don't know the difference in irony or coincidence. I would say it's irony.
I would say it's coincidence. A high bouncer right side. Cesar's got it. Had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, but is able to throw out Sandoval. No runs, one hit, and one man left in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 2-0 Phils. And by Jefferson Health. Call 1-800-JEF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Hello, Ben Davis. I'm Tom McCarthy. It's 2-0 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Is that some form of Pokemon?
Couldn't tell you.
I know you couldn't tell me whether it was ironic or coincidental. Carlos Santana leads it off here in the fourth. Santana lofts it into foul territory. Crawford, the shortstop, makes the catch. And one out. Bring the family to the ballpark with our family packs. 4 tickets, 4 Hatfield Phillies Franks, and 4 Cokes for only $100. Available select weekend dates. Visit Phillies.com to get your family pack now. All right, what away. Here's Michael Franco. Franco takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, what a gorgeous night here at Citizens Bank Park. Game 3 of this 4-game series. And by the way, tomorrow is supposed to be beautiful in the Delaware Valley. So come on out and see the Phils wrap up the series. That ball is smoked deep to left center field. It is gone off the back wall of that section. Michael Franco has his second RBI of the night, and the Phillies lead it 3-0.
Gorkis Hernandez gave it a casual stroll back to the fence, but I think he just did that in support of Chris Stratton. But this ball is cooked 435 feet later. That's a big boy part of the stadium. Michael, smooth and easy. No extra effort. Let the hands do the talking. Man, that's a pretty swing, T-Mac.
Well, we sat there several years ago. That's in the spot where Matt Stairs was, so Matty might have been able to catch that ball or go running for the woods. I'm not sure which. And now Nick Williams, the batter, and Williams rolls one foul up the first base line. Franco's home run now is 7th. His 2 RBIs give him 28. A bit outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 28 RBIs now tied for 3rd in the National League.
It's awesome.
It is awesome, and it'd be awesome if it keeps on going.
Yeah, give me an RBI guy any day of the week. Okay, how you get him in? Doubles, homers? Just get him in.
Up high, and it's 2-2. Off the hands, and Williams, who grounded out to Longoria at 3rd base, as the count even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounded out at 3rd base his last time up. Curveball.
If Nick can get into one right here.
Got a strike 3 on the outside corner. 6 strikeouts. And that brings Florimone to the plate. When you're down to your last box of Green Mountain K-Cup pods, call upon the local company who has perfected the perks of same-day delivery. Order by 11:30 a.m. and your WB Mason driver delivers right to your break room. Local, fast, and convenient. Who but WB Mason? Florimone, who last time up flied out to left field. Starting at shortstop for Scott Kingery tonight. Another one to left field, and Brandon Belt sidewinds around, makes the catch. The Phillies, though, get another run on the home run by Michael Franco. So through 4, it's the Phillies 3 and the Giants nothing. We'll be back after this.
Reminder, it's Comcast Fanatic About Reading Night, a free Fanatics children's book to fans 14 and under. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Brandon Crawford struck out his first time up, and he takes outside 1-0. Two balls and one strike to Crawford. Crawford, who has won the Gold Glove at shortstop the last couple of seasons. You wonder if Freddie Galvis will ever wrestle away from him. I thought last year was the year. The metrics kind of told you it was the year, but it's not an exact science.
And Bruce Bochy was very, he doesn't get to see Freddie Galvis play a whole lot when he was here, but now that they get to see him a lot in San Diego, he had some very complimentary things to say about Freddie.
I think when you've won it 2 consecutive years, and then last year was the third, but 2 consecutive years, and you haven't really done anything to lose a step, it's hard to wrestle it away from somebody.
Right.
I mean, he is an appropriate candidate year in and year out to win the Gold Glove. Inside, 3-2. A line drive to right field. Well, pitch that was up. They tried to get him the same way they got him last time, but this time Crawford is aboard with a leadoff single here in the 5th. And it'll bring Hernandez to the plate. Hernandez struck out swinging his first time up. Strike.
Again, the breaking ball behind in the count.
Comes back with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Nick Pivetta is one of a handful of pitchers, as you take a look at this fastball with our pitch cast presented by PJ Wheelhands. One of a handful of pitchers who hail from Canada who are currently pitching in the big leagues. That was awfully close. Not to a swing, just location, 2-2. I mean, if you think about what their World Baseball Classic rotation could be, you've got Paxton, who pitched last night. You've got Pivetta. I mean, it's not a bad number 2 or 3. Actually, the number 2 would be Tyone. Jamison Tyone would be the number 2 on that. And then if you have Pivetta, you have Soraka, the rookie from the Braves, who's just 20 years old. Not saying that it matches up against the best in the world, but it's
It's
Pretty
certainly a pretty good rotation.
That no-hitter that Paxton threw last night, just threw 99 pitches. That's all it took.
It's all it takes, Ben, to pitch a complete game in the big leagues if you do it right.
Against a lineup that's put up some runs this year.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Crawford leads off first. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. That was the slider that spun enough.
See, that's what I'm saying about Pivetta. He doesn't have to be perfect because of his stuff. It just plays so well. This is a mistake, but he can get away with it. Just a little bit of change of speed gets Hernandez out in front. You don't have to be perfect.
Well, it's a 7-pitch at bat, and showing bunt is Stratton. He takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ron Wotus laying down the signs. Runner goes, pitch is sliced foul. Phillies pitchers were working on that yesterday down in the cage. Same type of thing. Working on showing bunt, then pulling it back and then firing. And he bunts it back toward the mound. This could be 2. There's 1, and not in time. Stratton was moving up the line.
Sure was.
But they did get the lead runner. Now the pitcher's on base. 1-6 on the putout.
He busted it. Long strides. Nice play there by Pivetta. And communication is key. You heard Andrew Knapp coming out. 2-2-2. Let him know right away. Just so he doesn't have any doubts in his mind.
Now he can try to get Hansen here. This is probably the last inning for Pivetta. They might be able to get one more out of him if he gets this out quickly. But they've got Yaxel Rios warming up in the bullpen. And a meeting on the mound. Hansen 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first. He is struck out swinging. Check swing. They got to hurry. Hansen runs well. The throw to first is in time. 1-3 on the putout. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Phils still on top 3-0 over the Giants.
Report brought to you by Citizens Bank. Lehigh Valley defeated Pawtucket 3-0. Enyel De Los Santos is just on fire right now in his first month in the minor leagues. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts. He's won his 4th consecutive start. Nick Rickles, a 2-run home run in that ballgame. Reading lost to Trenton 3-1. Zach Green blasted a home run, his 6th of the year. Lehigh Valley sitting atop its division. Chris Young chatting with Nick Pivetta. His night is done. I got to give him a world of credit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was destined to be out of this game by the 2nd inning. Got some runs in the bottom of the 1st and then really did a nice job. I know it's only 5, but he's put himself in position to win. And now they go to the bullpen to try to get the last 12 outs. As Scott Kingery will lead things off as pinch hitter. Obviously, you'd like him to go 6 if you can.
Yeah.
But think about where he was after the 1st inning against Washington. And now he responds.
Yeah, able to come back the way he did tonight. Breaking ball got better. Fastball command was way better from the 2nd inning on.
So Kingery will pinch hit against Stratton. Broke his bat. Diving stop Longoria from his knees.
Wow.
In time to get Kingery.
Even double clutched.
He has made several plays in this series that are eye-opening over 3rd. But he's safe. Last night he had one that he was called safe, was overturned to out. This one should be overturned to safe.
Well, we'll see how they decide it.
Yeah. Ultimately, it is New York that will decide what happens here. I guess you could say that New York is the decider.
Yeah, New York is a decider. Shouldn't take long. The double clutch is what got him. So he just had trouble getting it out of there.
I don't think Pablo could have done anything differently over at 1st either.
No.
And here's the decision pretty quick. And he is safe at 1st, according to Jerry Davis.
All that broken bat served its purpose. Went down a warrior.
Here's Knapp. I would think Knapp's going to bunt here, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
So much for bunting. He still could do it. Although the fact that it's 1 ball and no strikes, I would think, which leads you to believe he's going to swing away. But we'll see.
Longoria was way in on that 1st pitch. Back a little bit now, right now in the dirt. See, Scott has a little protective case on his hand now after he jammed that ring finger the other night on his right hand.
Ball at 1 strike. Kingery leads off 1st. Here he goes. Pitch is low. Throw to 2nd base is in time.
Phillies. 2-6 on the put out at second base. Only the second runner that Posey has thrown out this year.
Ball's in the dirt too. Good exchange. Kingery out by plenty.
Upstairs, 3-1. I still like that idea. I thought bunting would be the play, but I like the fact they put Kingery in motion. And ball 4. Phillies have another base runner with 1 out here in the 5th, and Cesar is coming up. Shallow right field. This could be no man's land. And it drops in foul territory. Cesar didn't even drop the bat. He knew it was foul as he was watching it slice. Down the right field line, foul again. Off the edge of a young man's glove. By the way, around the National League East, we mentioned the Mets lost 2-1 to the Reds. Miami lost to the Cubs 13-4. The Braves lead Tampa 5-0. Braves sit atop the division, a half game ahead of the Phils. And later on, Washington is in San Diego. It's tight with the top 4 teams, and Miami is 8 games back. Gotta give the Braves credit. They keep on winning.
Yeah. It's a good lineup they have, Tom. Really good lineup.
Well, it's evolving too.
And I think with this addition of Acuna, I think he's the real deal. He is special. That ball he hit in Tampa last night?
Third home run.
Goodness. The only run of the ball game. It was a bomb.
Ball flies there, Ben.
I never thought it did.
Well, it flies for many. And strike 3 called. Cesar's down looking for the second time tonight. Yeah, that's 7 strikeouts for Stratton. That'll bring Altair up.
Again, not overpowering, but his location has been really, really good.
It just seems like he has an idea on how to pitch.
Yeah. reminds me a lot of Woody Williams. Guy I caught in San Diego with Bruce Bochy as my manager. The fact that not overpowering with the fastball, but trusts his fastball, trusts his location, mix in some good curveballs, occasional changeup or slider, but predominantly fastball, curveball.
2-0 pitch pulled on the ground.
I mean, Woody was 90 to 92, but he would challenge hitters and hit a long big league career.
Woody Williams won 132 games during his big league career. Just a reminder to you, Ben, that come August 19th, it's his birthday.
Oh.
All right. Put that in your calendar.
We'll do that. Another check swing for Aaron Altair. Had quite a few of those in his third at bat tonight. August 19th. Make a note.
Down the right field line. And into the stands. Posing with the 1980 World Series trophy. Just in front of the Phillies Wall of Fame.
The count holds 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. First.
And there's the 2008 World Series trophy. Pulled foul down the left field line. We're gonna have to go down there and just have some practices. Just see who sits where. I think the stronger of the fielders will have to sit over near the ball girl. So that'll be me, and then Kruk will be in the middle, and then you'll be at the end.
Should I bring my mitt or regular glove?
I would bring a regular glove. I mean, you could bring your catcher's mitt if you want. What are you more comfortable with?
My mitt.
Well, then bring your mitt. The dirt blocked by Posey, 3-2.
You know what I could do is bring my mitt on one hand and use my son's left-handed first baseman on the other. How about that?
I think there might be some awkwardness in that.
Does that be frowned upon?
No, I think it would be funny because awkward's always funny. I want to get one where John has to lean over and we have to hold him. Runner goes. And there's ball 4. Altair walks to put runners on first and second. You know what I mean? Like we have to hold his feet.
Hold his feet.
So because he's got to reach for it.
Like a wheelbarrow race?
Yes. And then we have to pull him back.
I don't know if he wants that.
It doesn't matter what he wants. Kurt Young on the phone. Get somebody loosened up. As Odubel Herrera 0 for 1 with a walk, stands in, takes outside, 1-0. Odubel 4 for 8 in this series. He has 6 runs batted in. As the Phils look to add to their 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Curveball. I thought that dropped in over the plate. 2-0. I think you got to have this one if you're the Giants. Yeah, right on the line.
I didn't see Buster Posey throw any dirt. Boch used to have me throw dirt if I thought it was a strike, and the umpire called it a ball.
So then he'd start riding him a little bit?
Exactly.
the umpires ever get wise to that?
No, not that I'm aware of. They never said anything to me.
You should ask Brian Knight that tomorrow.
No way he gets a strike here.
And ball 4 to load up the bases. 3 walks in the inning for Stratton. And Carlos Santana.
That's pretty close.
Kurt Young's going to go out and just chat. Santana, who had an RBI double his first time up. He is the first Phil to have 10 consecutive hits that were extra base hits since Odubel did it last year. I think that's remarkable that somebody did it just last year.
Yeah.
I wonder who did it before Odubel. In fact, speaking of that RBI double, it's our Toyota turning point to give the Phils a 1-0 lead.
After a 2-out walk and a poor throw to first base by Chris Stratton, Odubel scores easily from second base. Good piece of hitting by Carlos on a hanging breaking ball. That was your Toyota turning point.
So the bases are now loaded. Last time was Chase Utley in 2007. Carl, that's very quick work on your part. Carlos takes on the inside corner, 0-1. Toward left center field. Belt is not going to get it. 2 more runs will score. Carlos Santana's hot, folks. He has 3 RBIs tonight. And the Phils lead it 5-0.
You think he really wants that, though, because it wasn't an extra base hit. That's going to be the end of Chris Stratton tonight, but another good piece of hitting here by Carlos. The walks score again.
So Bruce Bochy is out to get his starting pitcher. He's going to go to the bullpen yet again in this series. The Phillies on top 5-0. Authentic fan game of the season, and the fans that took advantage of it saw Aaron Nola pitch a gem. Don't miss out on the next one. Head over to Phillies.com/authenticfan to get discounted tickets to the game, a great Phil's hat, and other VIP surprises. And make sure when you are here Stop by and see the HK statue, which is just in front of Bull's Barbecue. Go get yourself a roast beef sandwich, maybe a turkey leg, and some delicious ribs.
I guess Rob Ellis was right.
Rob Ellis was right. Baby Rob. I forget what Ricky put up there to see if Ricky was right also in his bold prediction. Michael is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. First pitch from Pierce Johnson is outside, 1-0. Ball and 1 strike. By the way, your question before about ironic and coincidence on Twitter, it seems like coincidence is winning.
Okay.
By a landslide. By a landslide. Over ironic.
Just wanted to point that out, did you?
One pitch at the knees, 1-2. In the 4th inning, here's Michael.
That went off the back wall.
Yeah, that was a shot.
Man.
Tapper left of the mounds. And the Phils will leave a couple here in the 5th inning, but they also get a couple. They scored 2 runs on the 2-run single by Carlos Santana. We'll go to the 6th, 5-0. Phillies on top. Of the week returns for a 2nd straight appearance. Aaron Nola came off a dominating display at Miami, and Tuesday night he followed it up with a 7-inning performance, tossing a career-high 12 strikeouts against the Giants. He's gotten 7+ innings in 5 of his last 6 starts and has allowed a mere 1 run in his last 20 and a 3rd innings pitched. Aaron's 5-1 record and 2.05 ERA are well earned. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Aaron Nola and the rest of the other starting pitchers are watching tonight's ball game, and Adam Morgan, who was on the disabled list with a strained back. Same with Ben Lively. Aaron last night was outstanding. I was talking to him today about the swings and misses. 26 swings and misses last night, which is the most he's ever had, as Yaxel Rios delivers a fastball inside to McCutchen. And I said, did you plan on throwing that many changeups in the game?
as we peek at Rios' numbers. And he said yes. He said he felt his changeup felt really good in the bullpen, and he felt like he could execute it in the game. I said, well, you only threw one in the first couple innings, so that left your curveball in a pretty good position.
Yeah, it really came together last night. Not that it hasn't been there all season, but last night all three could strike you out with. Not only get you out with, but strike you out with.
Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to McCutchen. Fouled off the foot of McCutchen. Posey's on deck. McCutchen, Posey, and Belt, the scheduled hitters. Ball center field. Odubel comes trotting in. He got a good read on it, and that's the first out. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans trivia quiz answer. All right, Ben, here we go. Who are the only 2 major league pitchers to throw 200 or more innings in each of the last 5 years?
Each of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Max Scherzer because he always is a workhorse.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Samardzija.
Jeff Samardzija is correct. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're a winner of a Phillies prize pack. And thanks for playing Ram Truck Stump the Fans.
I immediately thought Scherzer, Kershaw, but
I would never thought Samardzija. He was not even in the when I saw the question this morning, because a lot of times I'll read the question and then I'll try to figure out the answer. That after a little bit I'll look, and that wasn't even in my top 5.
I just looked at his numbers on the first day over the last basically his career, and just look at innings pitched. I always go innings pitched and ERA.
Posey is 1 for 2. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And it's 1-1. A liner right back to the box glove side, and he is able to reel it in. He did it so effortlessly.
Very nonchalant. Ball wasn't hit terribly hard. It got in on Posey.
And that is our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Just kind of runs back. Supposed to be outside, but sticks his glove out. You see where this ball ends up, and it gets in on the handle. Goes down as an L1. That is your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Brandon Belt now the batter. He has struck out and popped out. Dribbler up the third base line. That will be a swinging bunt. So a 2-out base hit. And that'll
bring Longoria up.
Thing of beauty if you're Brandon Belt. So I talked to Phil Sheridan today, and I asked Phil, I said, Phil, he handles all the clubhouse here for the Fightin' Phils. I said, what percentage of players use ash bats anymore? He said less than 10%. And then I caught up with Evan Longoria today, and I said, Evan, you're one of the lone survivors that use an ash bat anymore. What is the reason behind it? He said, honestly, Ben, it's just something I'm comfortable with. He said, does the ball come off harder off maple or birch or ash? He goes, no one really knows that. He goes, it's just something I started when I got out of college. I'm comfortable with it. He said when I broke in, it was pretty much 50-50, maple or ash. He swings an I-13, which is a skinny handle bat with a big head on it. But he said it's just something I've always swung to Louisville. I've gotten good wood. And it's just a comfort level. He said more than anything, it's a comfort level.
Who's the I?
That's a good question. I-13, it's very similar to a C-243. Just a really big-headed bat. Phil was telling me about the bats when Lenny Dykstra was really going good, 93 season. He said the bats that Lenny would get were ridiculous. He said the grains on them, he said they were like pieces of iron.
That's in there, 3-1.
That kind of stuff really intrigues me. You know, we were talking about like Tony Gwynn, the bats that he would get, obviously 8 batting titles would do that. David Wright in New York would use an ash bat. His bats were unbelievable. But he said the dude that year, he said his bats were something else.
Check swing, foul ball. Goes, pitches line down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball going to the corner. Belt's going to score, and Longoria is going to get to second base with an RBI double. First run of the night for the Giants, and it's a 5-1 ball game. Second double for Longoria, his 12th.
He had a double in last night's ball game. That's called pulling your hands in. Just the fact that he could keep that fair, Tom, well inside the chalk line. That's a good piece of hitting.
Now Sandoval. Sandoval's 0 for 2. He's flied out and he's grounded out.
See, this is exactly the spot where a pitcher would say they all even out, that swinging bunt by Brandon Belt. And a hitter would say they never even out.
That's right. It was a good time for Rick Kranitz to go out after Rios got the first 2 hitters. The swinging bunt by Belt. And then the double by Longoria. Phillies will get Sir Anthony Dominguez up. Phillies fans, watch the Phils battle the Giants tomorrow afternoon at 1 Eastern for this week's MLB Facebook Watch Game. Follow MLB Live on Facebook to catch exclusive national game broadcasts all season long. Ben will be on the call tomorrow with Javi Lopez, who is the color commentator for the Giants. And Scott Braun will do play-by-play. Sandoval fouls it back, 1-1. What time to be here tomorrow, Ben?
9 o'clock.
Breakfast with Ben.
So they're calling it.
I think there's some chip beef in my future.
Two. Javi Lopez to the left. Wayne Kuiper to the right. So since Javi's doing the game tomorrow, that means Ben's doing 8 2/3. Javi's doing the other 1/3.
Well played.
He was really,
said that.
He was really. I'm sure everybody tells us that all the time. He was really good though. Those matchups. 2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2. I remember doing a luncheon with him. We were both on the dais in Boston. He was playing for the Red Sox at the time. And he had not taken off the way he took off with the Giants. And he had some great numbers with the Giants. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Rios with 97 gets it by Sandoval. 1 run. 2 hits, 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-1. Phillies on top. Nissan.com and buy WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Some soft pretzels. It's always good to have those, Ben. Have 1 or 2 or 8, depends. Nick Williams will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Williams playing left field tonight for Rhys Hoskins, who has a helmet on and is on the stairwell. Now he bounced back. There he is. So it looks like he's going to bat for Yaxel Rios. Inside, 2-0. Outside, 3-0. I think Nick would love to have that pitch now 3-1. The one that he just took 3-0. And ball 4. Boy, walks have really been a problem for the Giants. I mean, not only in this game, but somewhat last night. And even the night before. Tonight, though, 5 walks. Game 1 of this series. Giants pitchers walked 4. And last night, they walked 3. Florimone. I don't know if he's bunting or not because Kingery didn't before. And Posey has to go out to get Johnson back into the strike zone. There's Reese on deck. Ball and no strikes with a runner at first base.
A hit and run right here.
That'd be nice. Get him moving.
It's the advantage of having a 4-run lead. There's some options there. Take some chances, see what guys can do.
Outside, 2-1. Well, the breaking ball has been effective in this at bat by itself. It's gotten him back in the strike zone. Out to left field. Belt going back. It's over his head and a one-hop off the wall. Williams speeds to third. He'll get there. It's a stand-up double for Florimone. So the Phils have runners on second and third with nobody out. And here comes Hoskins. Do you think an everyday left fielder would have had that ball?
No, the ball just kept carrying.
Okay.
The first ball, he flied out to Belt. It's a smart piece of hitting. I think he's looking for that breaking ball. It's the only thing Johnson can throw for a strike, like you were talking about, Tom. But no, I mean, that ball just kept carrying. The first ball he hit to Belt was a line drive. He scorched it. His second at bat, he just kind of cut it and hit the bottom half of it. But that one, he stayed through and drove it out to left field.
So now Hoskins off the bench with runners on second and third. The infield is in halfway. And a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Murph, fastball seems to be part of the conversation with Rhys Hoskins recently.
Yeah, you know, Reese has been scuffling over the last 10 games or so, and a lot of it has to do with the fastball, his inability to kind of get around on the fastball. Today, though, he was out on the field at 2 o'clock today, all by himself with hitting coach John Maley and Dusty Wathan. They were working on with the fastball pitching machine, because that has a higher spin rate than anything that they can get, a guy throwing it up there. So the ball spins at a much higher rate, which keeps it on plane. He said in order to hit off of that machine, you kind of almost have to have an exaggerated swing plane and stay level and through the baseball, and he was hoping that by doing that over and over and over again, that when he got into a game situation against a normal fastball, he would be able to kind of repeat that motion. So he has been putting the work in. Early in the season, he was just mashing the fastball, but right now he just feels like he's getting under it a little bit. So hoping that exercise today will help him out.
Yeah, I think it seems to be, and Ben, you can speak of it better, but it seems to be timing in a lot of ways.
And it has to be reactionary. You just can't see a fastball and all those thoughts go through your mind, because that's the pitch that's going to get on you the fastest. So it has to be muscle memory. It has to be reaction.
Breaking ball outside, 1-2.
But those numbers are drastic, Murph.
Yeah, they really are. But, I was talking to him after he went through that exercise. He was out here for about a half an hour. I don't know how many swings he took, but, like he said, he just wants to, as you said, make it reactionary, just over and over again with this exaggerated swing against the machine, so that in hopes when he sees a good fastball in the game situation, it's just coming natural again.
Exactly right. Your eyes will tell you.
Out towards center field. That'll get a run home. Williams a tag from third. Tagging from second is Florimone. The throw goes toward third. A sacrifice fly. And it's 6-1 Phils.
Well, that's a good sign. That was a fastball at 93.
And he was right on it.
He sure was. Accomplished 2 goals right there, Tom. Got him over and got him in. That's a short swing.
Got it out front. Well, now the Phils have less than 2 outs and another runner over at third base. Pulled to the right side, a base hit for Knapp, and another run scores. He went hunting for an RBI early in the count. Florimone crosses the plate. 7-1 Phillies on top.
Got a lot of green to work with, infield in. Another breaking ball. Right past the Panda. Think they're having some fun?
Seems like it. Hope all this success can eventually carry over to the road games too. This has been nice to see. Ball and no strikes to Cesar. Down the right field line. And 1 ball and 1 strike. He got a little out front of that one.
A little bit. You know what's nice about all these runs, Tom, in these first 3 games of this homestand is the fact that it's not just 1 guy or 2 guys. It's everybody in the lineup.
Yeah, tonight 7 runs on 7 hits.
It's Alfaro last night with a home run.
Michael tonight.
Aaron Altair last night with a home run. Andrew Knapp just saw, you get a production out of the 9-hole.
Bruce Bochy has had to burden his bullpen in these first 3 games. Tonight was the shortest outing for the Phil starters, but Nick gutted it out. Ball 4 puts runners on first and second. And here comes Altair. Kurt Young goes out.
He's taking his time getting out there, but
well, there's nobody warming up.
It's going to be Law. Just got recalled from AAA yesterday.
Whoop. Sounded like he missed his catcher on that one.
Someone just yelled, "Good start, pal."
I don't know how you block it out sometimes. I really don't. I don't know how you block it out. To Aaron Altair.
Good cutter.
Runs away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Got the mask of Buster Posey. Well, the new lights here, are brighter.
He's got done filming all the right moves. Sequel.
Either that or Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure Part 3. Which has just gotten the green light, Ben, just so you know.
Really?
Yep. Two balls, 2 strikes to Altair. Broke his bat, and that's a fair ball into left field. And the bases are now loaded for Odubel Herrera.
Right off the end. That is a cool shot right there.
It is.
That really is.
At that point, the bat and the ball, the race was kind of even.
Yeah.
So here's Odubel. Odubel tonight is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a run scored. And it gets away from Posey. Here comes Knapp. He's going to score. 8-1 Phillies on top. It's a wild pitch.
Probably a ball that Buster Posey should handle. Just watching it live, and ball never hits the dirt.
I mean, he had to reach for it. We've seen that called wild pitch more than pass ball a lot of times this year. 2 balls, no strikes to Odubel. And he fouls it away, 2-1. This is a Giants team that came into this series red hot after sweeping the Atlanta Braves. In fact, they had won 4 straight. They were hitting .359 and had scored 33 runs during those 4 games. Baseball can be a very funny game, a very unforgiving game. But they were really swinging the bat well. And they were pitching well, too. But it hasn't been the case. I mean, that guy right there he was 11 for 20 coming into this game.
Yeah.
Cutchin was hot, although he's got a couple of hits. 3-1 pitch, way outside, ball 4. That should be it for him. Bruce Bochy's going to make a double switch. So with the Phillies on top 8-1, Tomlinson will come into this ball game. And a new pitcher coming in as well. We'll be back right after this to Citizens Bank Park with the Phillies up 8-1. Kelby Tomlinson is on to play third base for Evan Longoria. And Derek Law back up from AAA. He had appeared in 3 games with the big club. ERA of 9.95. The opposition hitting .333 against him. And he's on with the bases loaded and red hot Carlos Santana, who has 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He's 4 for 12 in the series. And his average is creeping. He's got so many plate appearances, it's taken a long time for him to get close to the 200 mark. And that one gets by Posey. And here comes Hernandez. That's another one that I know he had to reach for it, but again, those are catchable.
They sure are. Just letting the ball get way too deep on him.
I mean, Law missed his spot in a big way. That's a carbon copy of the first one.
Sure is.
So 9-1 Phillies with runners on second and third. Two and 0. Duel and Aaron Altair. Another base hit for Santana and 2 more RBIs. Altair scores, Odubel scores. 11-1 Phillies. That's a 5 RBI night for Santana.
Onslaught. Just hits this one right through the shift.
Yeah.
Bat is so level through the zone, Tom. It really is. He said they would come.
Well, he's tied his career high in RBIs in the game. Outside 2-0. Another base hit for Franco. That's his 3rd hit of the night. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. And Nick Williams will be up for the 2nd time in this inning. So Santana's on 2nd base. By the way, that the 5 RBI night for Santana ties his career high. It's the first time he's done it, though, since 2012 while with the Indians against Kansas City. That's a lot of pitches. 10 men come to the plate. And a liner out to left field. Bell makes the catch.
Man.
Now there are 2 outs. That ball was hit hard. Hardest hit ball of the night for the Phillies was Michael. Yeah, it was Michael Franco, 106.2. The exit velocity on that one by Nick was 104.8. You want to hit it hard.
Yeah, you want to hit it hard. You want to get a hit.
Two and 0, or 1-1, I should say, to Florimone. Bounding ball foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pedro Florimone, who doubled in this inning. Swing and a miss. 95 on that heater. So 11 men come to the plate of the inning. 5 hits for the Phillies. They score 6 runs on those 5 hits. Carlos Santana has a 5 RBI night as we head to the 7th inning. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. It's been all Phillies once again. They just scored 6 runs in the 6th inning to extend a 5-1 lead to an 11-1 lead. We'll go to the 7th. Nick Pivetta, 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. And now Sir Anthony Dominguez, who made his major league debut on Monday, went 1 inning, 1 strikeout, will face Brandon Crawford, Hernandez, and then Tomlinson, who came on as part of a double switch. And a pitch in there for strike at 97 from Sir Anthony. Tapper foul, 0-2. Every time a Phillies pitcher throws a baseball 95 or above, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet company in Philadelphia. Boy, he threw something soft there, a changeup, and he got Crawford out front. That's 9 strikeouts for Phillies pitching. Last night the Phillies had 17 strikeouts.
Good changeup. Look at the movement on that. Like a left-handed cutter or slider.
They had 17 strikeouts last year. It's the 3rd time this season already that the Giants have struck out 17 or more times. You might think, well, it's not that much of an oddity. Well, prior to this year, the last time that happened, that the Giants would strike out that many times in a game, was back in 1959 when Sandy Koufax did it. Line drive caught by Florimone. Well, I guess it was a one-hopper because they just made the safe signal at second. He just threw it on to first. 6-3 on the putout. It looked like he caught it.
When in doubt, throw it.
Yeah, he caught it. But the umpire signaled safe. Here's Tomlinson. 0 for 2. in the series so far. 1 ball, 1 strike. Opposite way, caught by Santana, and an easy 7th inning for Sir Anthony Dominguez. Nothing across. It was an 8-pitch 7th. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th inning. 11-1 Phils.
Mets at 1:35 p.m. We have our Hers Mother's Appreciation Day. Free ladies pullover to women 15 and over. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets now.
You see that nice pullover right there, Ben, that you're talking about. It is a beauty.
Did you get your mom and Meg a gift yet?
I have not gotten them a gift yet. Austin Jackson takes over out in center field. Hernandez moves to right field. Plenty of time before I have to get them a gift. As Jesmuel Valentin hits it skyward to right, and Hernandez will make the catch. And 1 out. And that will bring Andrew Knapp to the plate. Phillies will go to Zach Curtis, it looks like, in the 8th inning. Have you purchased a gift yet for Mom?
I have not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was alone or not on that. You know, the good thing is that I will have my gifts for my mom and my wife before you do.
Why are you doing it tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you see something that my Meg might like.
Maybe a gator.
Yeah, John Deere Gator with a dump bed on it. That's a great gift, T-Mac.
2 balls and no strikes. I'm sure she'd love that.
She would. That's really considerate.
I'm a considerate guy. Inside and low, 3-0. Derek Law just decided to do a little Louis Tion on that last pitch. A little twist backward. Fly ball center field, and Austin Jackson is there. 2 outs. Tomorrow the Phils will send Vince Velasquez to the mound to try to get a victory to wrap up this 4-game series. Ty Block is on the hill for the Giants. Old school, new school. Hasn't been the Giants' week so far. Here's Cesar. Cesar is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. 0-1. Boy, the Phillies are really showing glimpses. They've they can be this consistent on the road, you don't have to be overwhelmingly above 500 on the road, but even if it's just a few games over 500, but play this well here at home and make this a home field advantage again like it used to be.
Yeah.
Man, that would go a long way. Well, we've got a long way so far. 7 innings in the books. It's time for the Fanatic to step on top of the dugout as we go to the top of the 8th inning. It's 11-1 Phils. Turn to your local Del Bow Honda dealer or visit DelBowHondaDealers.com. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Top half of the 8th inning, Zach Curtis is the new pitcher. Jesmuel Valentin will take over at second base. There's Curtis. After another, well, rather abrupt inning from Sir Anthony Dominguez. Through only 8 pitches.
That whole 7th inning in general was rapid.
I think maybe because the other innings were so long. So here's Curtis. And he will face the top of the order. It's Hansen to start things off. Alan Hansen, Austin Jackson up next. One ball and no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. On 4 pitches. And Gabe Kapler's going out. There's nobody warming up in the bullpen. I think he's just going to remind him that it's a 10-run ball game. I think it's good to go out there and remind him at this point. You know?
Absolutely.
He just said, let's go.
Remind him while we're here. Throw strikes and get outs as quickly as you can.
You had a 10-run lead.
And I'm not saying just got to lay it down the middle.
Nope.
Hey, we're up by 10 runs. Here it is, hit it. No, but you go out and you execute.
Andrew Knapp just waved Santana off the first base bag. Austin Jackson up for the first time. Had a pitch upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0. There you go. Buster Posey waits on deck. And ball 4. So he's walked the last 2 hitters. And that will bring Posey up with nobody out. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Well, Rhys Hoskins had most of the night off tonight. He did have a sac fly in his only at bat tonight. But on Saturday, he is going to be working double duty. Let me tell you why. Because he is a team captain for the muscular dystrophy walk that is happening at 10 a.m. on Saturday over there at the Navy Yard. And now, and this isn't just a charity that Rhys Hoskins just decided to add his name to when he came to Philadelphia. In fact, he has a long-standing history with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Back when he was in high school, that's Rhys on the right. That is his girlfriend Jamie on the left. They are still together, and they were camp counselors at the Muscular Dystrophy camp near their home in California. They have been involved with muscular dystrophy since obviously at an early age, and they found out there was a chapter here in Philadelphia when he arrived to the big club, and he immediately wanted to be a part of it. So he's a team captain for them on Saturday as they have their walk for MD and other neuromuscular diseases, trying to raise money. So anyone that wants to get involved with his team, it's Team Hoskins, or wants to get involved, you see the numbers on your screen, you see the website on your screen, you can get involved that way. So he's going to be up early on Saturday, walking over there at the Navy Yard, and then over here playing a ball game later that night. So a good day, and obviously a good guy putting his name to a great cause.
Yeah, great cause. And it's nice that he's been able to sustain that during the course of his time. I mean, he is as good a guy as you will ever come across in the game of baseball.
He sure is.
He hasn't changed a bit.
Well, he still has that shirt. Look at this play by Michael Franco.
Didn't quite have to rush it that much with Posey running, but good play by Carlos. Murph, does he know we showed that photo?
You know, I talked to him right before the game, then told him that we were going to talk a little bit about the muscle walk, but I forgot to tell him that we had that photo. So, you know.
Were you scared?
No, not at all. Not at all. Look at that. For the record, he put that up on his team page recently.
That is
okay.
true.
Well, then it's public knowledge.
Absolutely.
That's a smart shirt, isn't it?
You have that same tie, don't you?
I do.
And he wears it with that shirt.
It's very tiny. Belt fouls it off, and it's 1-2. I actually think I have that shirt, but in long sleeve. Foul ball, and it remains 1-2. Ben, did you compliment Murph on his haircut?
You know what? I didn't even notice. I did not notice. Usually I'm pretty up on that. I even notice when you get your haircut.
I got a cut the other day.
I know. Because I saw you guys were off on Thursday. You went home.
Yep, I got my hair cut on Thursday.
Yeah, because I noticed on Friday it was a little tighter.
I felt like it was getting out of control. Murph's was getting out of control. He looked like one of the Incredibles. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, the one with a lot of hair? It was getting a little wolfish up top.
That's because Murph is incredible.
All right, now you're pushing it.
Take all the time you need, Ben.
I don't think Murph's hair took, or I don't think my haircut took as long as Murph's did to get done.
You only have the cul-de-sac. I've got the whole street.
That's
so.
true. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a foul ball.
Tom, it's not to be disrespectful at all, but I really am surprised you still go to a barber to get a cut.
I can't get the sides even.
It's just the same length all over, though, correct?
It's a 1. I use a 1 or I use a half. But the sideburns, though, I can't get them. I don't know. I just can't get them even. Plus, I like to feel like I'm still involved with the community. Everybody else gets their hair cut. Why can't I?
Well, going to the barber shop is fun.
Yeah. Go to Joe's in Allentown with Nicole and Hector. They always got the 2 big screen TVs on. I'm in and out. I'm in and out.
In and out, huh?
Yeah.
It does look good.
I've timed it. The fastest haircut I've ever gotten was 3 minutes and 24 seconds in Cincinnati. Yeah.
How much did that cost?
I don't know, like $14, I think.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. We'll be back at 90 seconds. I'll get half the cul-de-sac done by then. The Phillies on top, 11-1. Kid Zone in baseball is the yard here at Citizens Bank Park. It features free activities for all the young Phillies fans. Hit some home runs at Citizens Bank Fan Field, climb the Fanatic climbing wall, throw some pitches in the mini bullpen, or launch some hot dogs using the Hatfield hot dog launcher. After the activities, treat yourself to the Turkey Hill ice cream bar. Gabe Kapler continuing the conversation with Zach Curtis that he started on the mound near the dugout. As Altair leads it off against Law. On the outside corner, 1-1. Bouncer out toward third. Tomlinson's got it. High throw, and Sandoval hangs onto the bag. 5-3 on the putout.
Well, tonight, Nick Pivetta went the first 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. He lasted 5 because he had a really heavy first inning, over 30 pitches in the first inning. But you give that young man credit. He was able to find the strike zone and battle his way through 5. It did help that his team got him some runs, but I thought that was a huge step forward for Pivetta tonight based on what happened in Washington last week.
It was a huge step forward, and his mound presence never wavered. Maybe last year we would have seen him maybe complain about a couple calls or kind of sulk, but tonight, man, he went out there just like nothing was bothering him. And it was a heavy workload, like you said, 31 pitches in that first inning. But the way he came back, strike after strike, all the strikeouts came.
Yep, it was nice to see. You know, the bullpen from there has allowed 1 run in place of him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This will be a tough play for the Giants unless Law makes that play. Because if it got past him, Odubel was going to be safe at first. 1 unassisted, and there are 2 outs. And here's Santana. One ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. What a night for Santana. 5 RBIs. That ties his career high. 2 singles, a double. He has 2 RBIs in each of the last 2 at-bats. Grounds that one foul past Jose Flores.
And a quick pitch. Did it again. Now you'll typically see a pitcher do that on a hitter that has an exaggerated leg kick. Carlos has a leg kick, but it's not exaggerated like a Reese or Odubel.
Three balls, 2 strikes to Santana. And a grounder right side. Sandoval knocks it down, flips, and Law, I believe, is off the bag. Yeah, that's what the first base umpire, Mark Carlson, said. A 2-out base runner for the Phillies. Well, they might take a look at this just to see if he hung on to the bag. It's right there. It looks, well, it's tough to tell whether he's on or not.
He got to the bag in time. It's just his momentum.
I think he's on the bag.
I think he's definitely on the bag.
Why are they not asking to review this?
Both just might want the game over.
It might have helped it. Popped up on the right side. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits. One man left. There was one Giants error. They've committed 2 in this game and 14 in the last 7 games. We're on to the 9th inning. Curtis will remain in the ballgame to try to close this one out for the Phils. And he will face Nick Hundley, who's up to pinch hit. For Derek Law, who went 2 2/3, 2 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He did allow a couple of inherited runners to score. Phillies got some good news from down in Clearwater tonight. Mark Leiter Jr., 31 pitches in an inning and 2/3. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for Leiter, as he is trying to get himself back to the big club. And Curtis's first pitch to Hundley is in there, 0-1. To shortstop, Florimone gobbles it up.
He is so smooth.
He really is. He's fast. You know, his hands are fast. His footwork is quick. And now Pablo Sandoval. No balls and 2 strikes. Sandoval tonight is 0 for 3. He's flied out, he's grounded out, and he has struck out. Phillies try to win their 3rd straight game and 4th in 5 games. The Braves have already won 5-2, so they'll maintain their lead in the division. Remains 0-2. Well, we mentioned that the Mets have already lost today 2-1. So the Mets will come into Citizens Bank Park at least 3 games out in the division. Washington is leading San Diego 1-0. Oh-2. And a base hit to right field for Sandoval. A 1-out single here in the 9th inning. And Brandon Crawford is coming up.
I know we talk a lot about recently about exit velocity and hit probability. Do you realize that that ball that Nick Hundley hit, the ground out, the exit velocity on that was the highest of any ball hit tonight? It was 108.7. Looper out to left field. Williams coming in. It'll drop in front of him. And the Giants have first and second with one out. That was not the hardest hit ball of the night.
But yet, that's a single.
2 for 4. Hernandez, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Runners lead off first and second. One ball and one strike. Another hard hit ball, a base hit to left field, station to station for the Giants. And now the bases are loaded with a one-man down. 3 straight singles for the Giants, and it brings Tomlinson to the plate for the second time. It'll be time for a double play ball right here. Inside, 3-1. I know he's not trying to throw pitches out of the strike zone, but if he can find what he had at the end of the last inning, 34 pitch inning or outing so far, and ball 4. That'll load up the bases and force it a run. It is now 11-2. The Phillies lead is 9.
They're going to have to get somebody up here just for the fact.
Finish it off.
Yeah, just because of the pitch count.
So Alan Hansen will come up. And it is Drew Hutchinson who will start the throw. One ball, no strikes.
2-0. Yeah, I think Knapp needs to have this visit. So there's one more left, which is not a huge deal. Just got to get him back on track.
And the splits are just not good. 19 balls, 18 strikes. Good spot there.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. There's a strike. Zach is nodding his head out on the mound. Fly ball right center field. Altair is going to get there. Crawford tags from third. The throw will go out towards second. A sac fly. And it's 11-3. So an RBI, but there are 2 outs. And Austin Jackson. Jackson walked in the 8th inning. Runners lead off first and second. There you go. He works ahead 0-1. Must have been a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the dirt, 2-1. Hernandez at second base. Tomlinson at first. Phillies jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Added a 3rd run in the 4th on a home run by Franco. Now then 2 more in the 5th. 6 in the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a foul ball out to the right. And it remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a foul ball. Andrew McCutchen, whose night ended a little while ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and second. Johnny Cueto back with the team. Another pitch coming from Curtis.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Woo. The Phillies have taken the first 3 games of this series against the Giants. 11-3 is the final tonight. Michael Franco with a big night. He's had a big series. He's zeroing in on 300 for his batting average. Carlos Santana also had a big night. He had 5 RBIs in tonight's ball game. Now, this has been a nice bounce back after a 2-4 road trip. The Phillies have gone 3-0 to start this homestand with 3 straight victories against the San Francisco Giants.
The starting pitching has just been unbelievable. Nick Pivetta tonight goes 5 innings, no runs, just gave up the 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and no walks. And the offense, it's really coming around.
Our Chevrolet player of the game is Santana. Here's our W.B. Mason deliveries of the game.
On the first inning, Odubel gets on with a 2-out walk, and then Carlos gets a hanging breaking ball here. Shoots it down the line. Odubel scores. And then Carlos again. Bases loaded, single in the left center. That plates a couple more. And then in the 6th, yeah, why not? Bullet up the middle, evades the shift. And that plates a couple more. Just doing it from both sides of the plate has Carlos Hernandez recently, and he's down on the field with Murph. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. Yeah, 3 hits, 5 RBIs. We're making a habit out of this post-game interview. That's a good thing. Talk a little bit. You said the hits were going to come, and they're starting to come now.
I mean, I feel more comfortable now, and I'm focused for that. I mean, everything right now is positive, and I have to keep it up.
From a team standpoint, you know, you score early, but you add on, and you add on again, and everybody seems to be getting involved. That's a good way to win a lot of ball games.
It's great. It's great. The team, they play good, especially here at homestand. We feel more comfortable, and we have to keep it up. Keep it up, focus, and think about day to day, and we see what happens.
You mentioned playing at home. 14-5 so far this year at Citizens Bank Park. You know, it's a good way, again, to stay in the division and stay in that hunt while winning at home.
It's great. It's great. Everybody comfortable. This is like making saying. Everybody comfortable. Focus. Not try too much, and that's why we play all together and here and the road trip, but more in here, and we have to keep it up. Keep it all, try to win the game day to day, and win.
Well, you got 3 in a row, 3 wins in a row, looking for number 4 against the Giants tomorrow. Carlos, thanks for your time. We appreciate it, guys. Back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you very much. The Phils win it 11-3. We'll be back to Citizens Bank Park to wrap it up right after this.